Hey Carlos, so good to see you again. How are you?
Hey, Lothar. Good.
Is it winter already in Philadelphia?
It's cold. It's windy and it's cold, so it is what it is. But yeah,
Nothing for people from Cáceres.
no.
Yeah. Yesterday we had our last recording sessions with the students here, and now our project Y Exchange is coming to an end. Definitely not for Lourdes, the video designer. Definitely not for Dirk, the audio designer. So looking back to, I think it was May when we commissioned the piece. From your first ideas to now that the piece is finished and recorded, I think I just assume it's been a long way. And tell us a little bit about the process from May to today.
Well, I think some things have stayed pretty much the same. Like they were pretty clear from the beginning. I mean, because from the beginning it was clear that we were going to have the four groups and that everybody was going to have to be able to record on their own and rehearse on their own. The idea of having the click tracks and then also using that to create like the multiple levels of rhythms, that happened pretty early and that stayed the same. The narrative aspects of the piece developed much more. So maybe like at the beginning I was thinking of it more in like a colder, like structural way, like, okay, well, I want a section that's going to sound like this, and a section that's going to sound like that, and a section that's going to sound like that. Yeah, and I feel like towards the end I started seeing things that I was doing through more of a maybe like a metaphoric lens, like, oh, this is kind of like what happens in an exchange when you go back home and then like you're doing kind of the same but in a different perspective. Or
And in the beginning, I thought the name of the piece would be just Y Exchange. But now I've learned it has a title. It has its own title. Let me see if I can get it together. If I can read my scribblings here. See myself through your eyes. Hear yourself through my eyes. Through my ears.
see yourself through my eyes, hear myself through your ears. Yeah, I was just thinking again about like my experience doing the exchange, and I mean, I guess in general, like living abroad and how you end up kind of like reevaluating your own culture through the perspective of the other.
Yeah.
How would I see myself if I was German, or like how would you hear yourself if you were Spanish? Like, um, yeah, again, just like that whole experience of like going somewhere else, and then at first some of the things, the way that people do things might seem kind of weird, but then sometimes when you're back home you're like, oh no, maybe this way is kind of weird.
Yeah, exactly. And not only that, when I remember in these exchanges, sometimes I saw young students acting completely different than they would act at home. Maybe at home they were shy, and because there was so much context around them, and so much people knew so much about them, and all of a sudden they're going to a different place, for example to Cáceres, and have something like a fresh start with not only completely new people, but also expressing yourself through a different language. Yeah, and also the musicianship is, people see it with different eyes, different ears, and and that can be very important for personal development, and that's why I thought you were referring to that also a little bit with this title. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, like personally, it's been a huge deal. Yeah, like I mean, and also because I've gone through it multiple times. Like I ended up in Germany and now I'm in the United States, and so you're constantly like taking some things from every culture and some stuff from other places. You end up missing some stuff. You end up deciding maybe it wasn't for you. So yeah, and I feel like probably like the first time that I experienced that was through our exchanges.
The four movements, how give us a characterization of these movements. What is the idea behind what?
Yeah.
Not I'm not asking for a story, of course, but
No, but yeah, as I said, like it ended up being more narrative than I expected. Like, so, I mean, a big thing in the whole piece is like I'm only using 8 pitches. And so in some sections, each of the 4 ensembles has like a very limited pitch material. And then in other parts, they're sharing or they're exchanging pitches. So, and I feel like that ends up kind of like building a lot of the narrative throughout the piece. So the first movement, it's really kind of like an introduction, almost, I don't know, I ended up thinking of it as almost like in like Greek theater, when there's like the choir and like at the beginning they show up and they almost tell you like the whole story. I thought of it kind of that way, where like the 8 notes are like, I just took them as this is the material that I have, and I just want like really thick chords that are going to develop, and almost like the whole, like all 19 musicians are really working as like one big ensemble. And then in the second movement is where like they're extremely separated. So each ensemble is just kind of like doing their thing. They're all playing the same note in different octaves, but like if they're playing a D, everybody's playing a D. And then the other ensemble comes in and they're playing their other note. So yeah, everybody's just kind of like in their own box doing their thing. And then we come to the third movement, where they're now still each of them like playing their thing and their notes, but they're playing all at the same time. And in that movement is where you start seeing like some of that exchange happening, where suddenly like the pianist from the jazz ensemble in Lüneburg is now suddenly taking something from the strings from Cáceres or stuff like that. And so, yeah, so the longer that movement gets, the more of that exchange happens. So that actually towards the end of the movement, we have again like a very like thick tutti texture, where they're behaving more like, okay, all the brass is doing this, all the strings are doing that, independently from where they're coming from. And then the fourth movement, which I don't know, it's weird when it's your own music and when like it's so fresh, because sometimes it's hard to like really evaluate like if you like it or not, or like if you feel like it fits or not. Because the fourth movement to me, it sounds pretty different to the rest. It's pretty much like the only place where there's some sort of melody that like is like passed around, that is still made with those 8 notes. But it's actually kind of like a mirror of the second movement.
okay. Mm-hmm.
So like the rhythms are almost the same as in the second movement, and like where each ensemble comes in is the same. But now instead of having each ensemble just playing like their note, they all have this melody. So you hear the same thing, like sometimes at the same time, but maybe kind of like at different speeds, or so I was thinking of it as almost like if you looked forward, like, okay, the exchange happened 5 years ago or like 10 years ago, and now this is where they're at. So it's kind of like everybody's back home, but now like they've integrated all this other material that they had in the third movement into their thing.
Great. Thank you so much for all these insights. And I think we're all very much looking forward to the result, which we will hopefully see on the 18th of December in the evening. And then afterwards, we will have this premiere on YouTube, and then afterwards, hopefully, a virtual Zoom party with the two groups together. I'm very much looking forward to that. Okay, Carlos, thank you so much. It's been a great honor working with you, and I hope
thank you so much.
at some point we can really celebrate that in person. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Take good care, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye, Carlos.
Yeah. Bye.
My name is Leo, and I play viola here. I played for, I guess, 3 years now, and before that I played violin for 8 years, I guess. And here I played in all the orchestras, but haven't participated in one exchange. And well, I guess we were asked to tell something about the music we hear, and I guess it's a pretty general answer, but I hear or I listen to almost everything. Sometimes I really like music of big orchestras, and especially since the project we had here, where we really learned about the small, tiny parts every instrument plays. I'm really interested in these small, tiny melodies everyone can add to one big project. And this is the same with all other parts of music. Let it be music from the 1970s, 80s, or music from today. I really like making music together, and because of that I'm really looking forward to working here in this exchange, and I hope it will be a very nice experience, but I'm sure it will.
Hola, mi nombre es Josué Tarenas, tengo 35 años, llevo tocando desde los 13 años, entré en el conservatorio a los 17 años, actualmente toco el bajo eléctrico, actualmente toco en varios grupos como Kaplan o 00 Beat. Mi compositor favorito es John Coltrane, se dice que mi género favorito.
So hi, I'm Jana, I'm playing the violin as well, and I think I started playing the violin 4 years ago. and I really love playing it. So I think it is my passion, and it makes my life so much more beautiful. And I'm pretty convinced that the orchestra playing is especially a part why I really love to play it, and because of playing with so many people, feel the connection, and yeah, I think it's an awesome feeling. And personally, I really love the romantic area of classical music, but I enjoy listening to music of every type, so I'm open for this. And that's why I'm pretty excited for this project.
Hi, I'm Lucia, I'm 16. I've been playing the violin since I was 7 and the piano since I was 12. And I like the Baroque with composers such as Bach or Handel. And I have never played contemporary music, so I'm so excited to be in this project because it's a new thing for me.
Hi, I'm Johanna. I play the violin. I've played for, I think, about 10 years. And I also play in the orchestra here, and I've played the piano for about 4 years or 5 years, I don't really know. And I've never participated in an exchange, so I'm really excited for this, and I don't really know what to expect. Yeah, I don't really know how to define what I listen to. I think I listen to whatever I come across and I like. So it might be classical, might be modern, whatever. And yeah, I think that's all I can say. I'm really excited for this. And yeah.
Hi, my name is Marta. I'm 15 years old. I've been playing the violin since I was 6 years old. And I like to listen to romanticism and post-romanticism, as I like to play Group. And I've never had the occasion to play music from these times, so I'm very glad to play.
Hello, I am Luis. I'm, as you can see, from Germany. I live in Lüneburg. I play the cello. I'm 16 now, and I've played the cello for about nine years. I really enjoy classical music, especially the genres romantic and Baroque, and I think my favorite composer is Bach. But I also listen to a lot of modern music, especially for cello, like Apocalyptica and general rock music. Also, this is the first time I participate in any exchange kind of program, and I'm really looking forward to work with everybody. I think it'll be a great experience.
Hello, my name is Abel. I am 18. I am saxophonist. I have been playing saxo in the school music in Cáceres since 2011. My favorite composer is Bruckner, and my favorite type of music are blues, jazz, classical music. My favorite period is classicism, and I think so on. Sorry again.
My name is Emma. I'm playing the saxophone since 5 years, and as soon I'm going to study music, and I like listen to jazz, and I'm playing in some bands, and I'm also open for other types of music, and that's why I'm also interested with this project.
Great.
Hi, I'm Marcos. I'm 15 years old, and I started to play the viola with 8 years old. I play the piano, and I like to play Handel and Beethoven, and I would like to play the guitar. It's a thing that I want to do, and I love so much.
I'm Paul. I'm 15 years old and I play the piano. I've been playing for, I think it's 10 years now. And I listen to, like everyone said, I listen to all kinds of music. But I'm mostly interested in classical or jazz music, as I play in the school band where we play a lot of jazz and big band type of music. So yeah, I've never participated in some kind of exchange like this, and I like making music in groups, and I'm really looking forward to this.
Hi, I'm Olaya, I'm 17 years old. I've been playing the violin since I was 7 years old and the piano since I was 10 years old, more or less. I love listening to Romanticism and Baroque music with composers such as Beethoven or Handel. I've been listening to this project for many years and I'm really grateful for being part of this.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. I'm Jacob. I'm now 16 years old. I play the drums for now around about 8 years. Mostly I play jazz, but the other stuff is cool too. When I hear music, I mostly enjoy the funky stuff and yes.
Hello, my name is Adrian. I'm 18 years old and I play viola in Conservatorio Hermanos Berzosa Cáceres. I have been playing the violas since 2010 when I was 8, and my favorite composer is Johann Sebastian Bach. And my favorite musical period is the Baroque musician.
My name is Mattis and I play the trombone. I've been playing for 8 years I think. I prefer to play the jazz trombone. Later on I would like to study the jazz trombone, and yeah, I'm really excited about that project and I'm also looking forward to it.
My name is Clara Martinez. I play the cello in the Conservatorio of Music Hermanos Berzosa since I was 7 years old. And now I'm 16 and I love to play in orchestras and in chamber music. I have played a lot in orchestra, but I have never done an exchange like this, so I'm enjoying this experience so much. And my favorite composer, I think that is Gustav Mahler and Anton Bruckner and all his symphonic music.
Hello, my name is Paula. I'm 17 years old. I play the cello since I was 8 years old. My favorite composers are, for example, Bach, Beethoven, Saint-Saëns and others. Thanks to Carlos for having composed this work.
Hello, my name is Jesus. I'm guitarist. I'm from Garrovillas. My favorite composer is Pat Metheny.
Hello, my name is Jorge. I have been playing the trumpet since I was 7 years old. And I have been played in bands, in different bands and orchestras in my region. And also my favorite composer is Gustav Mahler, among others like Bach or Handel or Stravinsky and different.
Thank I studied in Bremen in Germany, where I did my bachelor's, and then I moved to the US to study at Rice University in Houston, Texas. I think really on it showed me what I really liked about being a musician is that I get to travel, that I get to meet new people, new countries, new cultures, and the journey is kind of endless. And so I think exchanges like these really showed me the benefits of being in this field, and I enjoy it to this point. I am a freelance musician, so-called, and I think it's exciting work because I get to play in a lot of different contexts, like orchestra playing, chamber music playing, soloistic playing, and I like about it very much that I have the freedom to decide which projects I want to do and which I don't. I was there for the first exchange, I think, which was in 2004, and the ones afterwards. And of course, I remember here being in Lüneburg with the group, but then also being in Cáceres with the musicians from Lüneburg.
Hi, I'm Lucia and I play cello. I'm cellist. Currently, I'm working as a music teacher and also playing in several ensembles. I did my bachelor in Seville, but also I always wanted to study in Germany. And I think that one of the reasons that I was spending 2 years also in Germany was an exchange that I made when I was 13. It was between Cáceres and Lüneburg, and it was such a wonderful experience because it was the first time for me that I was playing in a real orchestra with all the instruments. One of the best memories that I remember was that it was also the first time that we were playing a cello concert, and I discovered all the wonderful music that my instrument could make. It was absolutely breathtaking. That this experience makes me believe that I wanted to play cello my whole life.
Good day to you, my name is Hauke Schlüter. I play the baritone saxophone and other saxophones. I've studied at the University of the Arts in Bremen, and now I study at the University of Music, Theatre and Media in Hanover. I was a member of the exchange between the music school and the jazz ensemble Raum 13 in Lüneburg, and the conservatory and the Mambo Diabolo Big Band of Cáceres in 2013. I can remember a lot of situations that I've experienced in Cáceres in this exchange. For example, our great concert with the Mambo Diabolo Big Band on the Plaza Mayor in front of round about 10,000 people, a situation that is totally unimaginable today in 2021. But for me, the most important memories from this exchange are the situations I had with my guest brothers and their friends, but also with my own colleagues from the jazz ensemble Raum 13. For example, one night with my guest brothers, when we were on the street with many people who were playing music, and we danced hours and hours until the morning. For me, this exchange was a great opportunity to meet very interesting and lovely people from Cáceres, but also to get very close as an ensemble with Raum 13, and also to combine my musical work with a very good energy.
My name is Miguel Calderón. I was studying here in Cáceres, and I was part of this project about the year 2007. Nowadays I am a professional conductor, and I also teach viola at a university here in Extremadura. I studied in Madrid at the Royal Conservatoire of Music, and after that I did my master also in Madrid, and since then I was traveling around the world, meeting new professors and new maestros to improve my music skills. Well, it was amazing to share music with friends and meet new people and new students from Germany, and play in concert, orchestra repertoire, and special halls and charts there in Lüneburg. It was my first contact with musicians from other country, so it was a really good experience, and maybe it was the first impulse to have my decision and to be a professional musician nowadays.
I work as a music teacher at a secondary school. I studied in Berlin. I went to Spain in 2007 when I was 14 years old. I remember the evening of our arrival. It was quite late and we actually just wanted to go to bed, but our host family had prepared a hot fish soup with octopus inside. And at that time I didn't like fish, but we didn't want to be unpolite, so we ate the soup, so that was quite an experience for me. Since the exchange I've always been playing in different international orchestras, and I think it's very special to get to know people through music and different pieces of music in such an intense way. You connect every bar of music to an interpersonal experience. A few weeks ago my first daughter was born, and I wish for her that one day she'll have the opportunity to get to know people through music.
I'm a violin teacher in the conservatory, and I'm a chamber music teacher and orchestra teacher in the Netherlands, in a music school. I did my bachelor in Badajoz, in a city close by, and I afterwards moved to the Netherlands to do my master's. I can proudly say that I was part of the first exchange in 2003-2004, and we visited Germany. From that moment onwards, orchestra to me meant friendship, and that is always a boost for everybody to keep on working to be part of orchestras. I have a very clear picture in my mind of those first hugs of fellowship after the concert with our German colleagues, and really greeting for the concert.
Hi, my name is Anton. I'm currently working as a freelance musician, and I studied in Hamburg and Basel. When I first took part in the Lüneburg Cáceres exchange, I think it was in 2007, in Spain. One thing I still remember today was the bus travel from one concert place to the other, because I really enjoyed watching the beautiful Spanish landscapes. And as the Lüneburg Cáceres exchange in 2007 was my very first youth orchestra project, of course it motivated me playing orchestra, and it gave me the possibility to meet people which are good friends of mine still now.
My story is a bit special. I am a professional viola player, and I have a solid career. I was working in many orchestras, traveling a lot. But 3 years ago, I was just not of one kind of muscular dystrophy. All my career, I played with a lot of pain in my body. So I had to stop to play viola. Luckily, 1 year ago, I discovered a nice instrument the nickel arpa. And now I am like crazy with this instrument, and I have some nice projects with great musicians. We will offer concerts soon. I studied in Cáceres, in Conservatorio Profesional de Música Hermanos Berzosa. After here, I went to Badajoz to make bachelor, and after that, I went to Switzerland and Italy to make master studium with great teachers. I was in Lüneburg, in Germany. I think it was in 2004, during 1 week. There are many good experiences, but in my case, I remember very well the time with the family I had in Germany. They were very kind, very nice with me, and I remember a lot them, and of course the people from the school from there. So this was a very nice experience. In my case, it was the first time I had contact with people from other countries, with musicians from far, and we had a chance to play together in orchestra, in chamber music, with the students and teachers from Lüneburg, and we learned a lot, and it was very interesting to speak about music, to speak about different ideas of music, of life, and I think this is really important for our life, for our career and our profession. Ta-chan!
At the moment, I'm active in various musical places. So, in the first place, I would call myself a drummer. So, I'm taking part in different projects in the theater in Lüneburg, my hometown. And sometimes I'm teaching drums. But I'm also a songwriter. I play the guitar, and I'm a band leader of my very own band. So, lots of stuff to do. Question number 2, where did you study? Also in my hometown of Lüneburg, but not music in particular, as you may know it, but mostly in the field of audio cultural studies. So in a wide subject, it has to do with music, but it's not like studying music on the instrument. Question number 3, I took part in the exchange to Cáceres in Spain in 2013. And I had a very, very lovely host family, Para Iglesias, they were called. Greetings go to Guillermo and his family. It was a great time. I had a great time there, and I felt very welcome and would come back anytime. Question number 2, any special moments? Lots of them. First of all, boarding a plane. I was 17 at this time, I guess, and it was the first time I boarded a plane, so this was very exciting for me in the first place. And of course, playing in front of thousands at the WOMAD festival in Cáceres with a big band, a multinational big band. I forgot the name of the big band in particular. We made up the name for that, I guess. But it was a big band made of students from Germany and from students in Cáceres. So it was a multinational German-Spanish big band. And that was quite exciting to get to know each other through music. So that was a nice thing to do. Question number 5, meaning of the exchange for me. I think in conclusion, it was very impressive that I got to know when I was young, 17 at that time, that music can take you to adventurous places like flying to Spain and playing in front of such a big audience. That was a game changer for me, actually. And of course, that it makes you connect with other people on and off the stage through music as a language. So I can only recommend to take part in those exchanges. And it was a time I really look back in a happy mood too. So Moritz from Lüneburg, Germany.
Bueno.